My siblings inherited Dad's fortune while I got his worthless storage unit. Then they saw what was inside. The lawyer cleared his throat. To Victoria, I leave the house in Newport Beach valued at $2.8 million. My older sister smiled. To Marcus, I leave the investment portfolio valued at $3.1 million. My brother nodded. To Nathaniel, I leave the lake house, valued at $2.6 million. My other brother high-fived Marcus. Then the lawyer looked at me. To Sophie, I leave storage unit 189 at Westside Self-Storage. Dead silence. Then Victoria started laughing. Wait, she gets a storage unit? Marcus grinned. What's in it? Dad's old fishing gear? Nathaniel snorted. Dad called all his junk collectibles. Victoria patted my hand. Maybe there's a lamp you can use. I'd spent every Sunday with Dad for 10 years. Visited 3 times a week when he got sick. My siblings showed up for holidays and his funeral, and I got junk. That night, Marcus called. You should just donate whatever's in there. Save yourself Dad's hoarding. Victoria texted. We can hire someone to haul it to the dump. Our treat since Dad screwed you over. I drove to the facility next morning. 189 was packed floor to ceiling with crates and furniture covered in sheets. My heart sank. I started pulling sheets off. Old desk, bookshelf, chairs, nothing special. Then I opened the first crate. Inside was a painting in a gilded frame. Old, really old. I reverse image searched it. My hands shook as results loaded. Portrait of a woman, 1889. Estimated value $400,000 to $600,000. Whereabouts unknown since 1973. I opened another crate. Another painting. Valued at $350,000. Current location unknown. I tore into box after box. Paintings, sculptures, rare books, antique furniture with authentication papers. Dad hadn't been hoarding. He'd been collecting art for 40 years. The storage unit was a private museum. I called an appraiser. She spent 6 hours documenting everything. The preliminary assessment made me sit down hard. Conservative estimate, $18 million to $22 million at auction. Museum quality collection. My siblings got houses and stocks. I got $20 million in art. That night, Victoria called. Did you clean out the storage unit? What were the dump fees? I kept my voice steady. I'm keeping everything. It's valuable. She laughed. Don't get sentimental about Dad's old stuff. Over the next month, I sold 12 pieces for $8.3 million. Donated 5 to museums in Dad's name. Kept my 3 favorites. The news hit when the auction house announced it. Lost art discovered, $8.3 million sale. Victoria called first, voice strained. Is that Dad's storage unit? I confirmed. Long silence. How much total? I told her $20 million. She choked. $20 million while we got houses? Marcus called next. Dad never mentioned anything valuable. Unfair he didn't split it evenly. Obviously he didn't know. We should split it now 4 ways. I asked if he'd split his $3.1 million with me. Silence. Nathaniel tried differently. Dad trusted you to do the right thing. Take care of family. I reminded him 2 months ago he'd called it junk and offered dump fees. But Dad had known exactly what he was doing. I found his notebooks. Detailed logs of every purchase, every authentication. He'd built this deliberately over 40 years. Left it specifically to me. The one kid who'd spent time with him. Victoria showed up at my apartment. The lawyer made a mistake. Dad wasn't in his right mind. I asked if she'd thought that when she inherited $2.8 million. Her face flushed. You're being selfish. I called security. They escorted her out screaming about lawyers. Marcus hired a lawyer. Tried contesting the will. Case dismissed in 3 weeks. Dad's will was ironclad. My siblings stopped calling. Victoria sold the Newport house. Couldn't afford property taxes. Marcus lost money on investments. Nathaniel's wife left. Took half his inheritance. Meanwhile, I bought a house cash. Invested the rest. Quit my call center job. Started a foundation in Dad's name funding art education. Last month, Victoria emailed, I'm sorry, can we talk? I deleted it. 6 months ago, they'd laughed at my worthless inheritance. Told me to throw it away. Dad knew exactly what he was doing. He gave them what they wanted. He gave me what I earned.